His name was Lou Defa. He loved living outdoors and rarely returned home. One day, he cleared a wide open space and, without wasting a second, started digging. The reason was simple. Winter in the wild can be brutal, and after thinking it through, Defa realized that the safest place to live was not above the ground, but beneath it. Digging the foundation was hard work, but his idea was smart. Once the pit reached a good depth, he began expanding the space sideways, shaping it into a wide underground room. Around him, piles of stones were scattered everywhere. Instead of letting them go to waste, Defa marked the wall area carefully and began stacking them with clay as mortar. The rocks were uneven and irregular, but somehow, he stacked them so perfectly that the walls looked straight and square. It didn't look like a beginner's work at all. With every layer, the shelter started to look less like a hole in the ground and more like a real underground house. After completing the first stone wall, Defa built a second layer. This wasn't only for looks. The extra space between the walls would later help strengthen the structure and improve insulation. The design already looked cleaner and more professional than before. Defa then built the smoke vent. He made a wide, chimney-like opening, and his work was so clean it looked like art. Before the clay fully dried, he lit a strong fire to harden it. Finally, he smoothed the edges so the shelter looked good and worked perfectly. But Defa didn't stop there. Since underground spaces can be damp, he knew he had to build the floor properly. He used wooden stumps as supports, creating a raised frame. Then he collected dry straw and layered it underneath the boards, turning it into a moisture barrier. This would help keep the floor dry and prevent the cold, wet ground from ruining the comfort inside. Now the inside started to feel like a real home. The front area worked like a small entrance, and Defa neatly arranged the floor like tiles. Then he reused wooden boards to build storage shelves. The compartments looked uneven on purpose, giving the space a unique style while using every inch efficiently. To make entering easier, Defa built foldable stairs. They saved space and could be moved whenever needed. Then he installed a small built-in table that was compact but useful. With clever design, the stairs could even turn into a chair, and the table could serve as a resting spot if needed. For the final touches, Defa carefully measured the logs and used an interlocking technique to build strong wall panels. He added matching stone borders to make the interior look clean and finished. He also used palm trunks as panels, hollowing out the soft core to keep them lightweight and practical. Finally, he covered the roof in a neat, aligned pattern, giving the shelter a solid, fortress-like look. He also added a small window, allowing him to observe outside without leaving the warmth of his bunker. The final challenge was the entrance. Since the structure was underground, the door needed a perfect frame. Defa built a strong base frame first, then installed a smooth double-door design. Even the smoke vent was protected with waterproof coating. After drying, it became resistant to moisture and rain. Finally, after 3 days of non-stop work, Defa stood back and looked at his masterpiece. He moved inside, arranged his tools neatly, and enjoyed the warm, stable temperature. As night fell, he closed the door, lay down, and rested peacefully, ready to face whatever tomorrow might bring. How many points out of 10 would you give Defa's work?